Okay, dragon. Okay, was this the pull? Oh, no, that's Chip. That's Chip. That's a different dragon. Okay. What is this timestamp? This was 34 minutes ago. When did the fight end and the cutscene begin? Roughly 4 minutes ago. Yep, that was a 30-minute fight. Is that right? That was a 30-minute fight. Oh my god. That is memorable as hell, chat. I will not forget this. There has never been a moment in my life that has made my heart do this. But I never want to do that again. I never want to do that again. I used so many consumables. So many. Not since Monkey. Monkey wasn't even a 30-minute fight. Monkey had checkpoints. The final boss of the Black Myth Wukong main story was the other monkey guy, and there was checkpoints, right? So once you beat phase 1, there was a checkpoint. Phase 2 had a checkpoint, and phase 3 had a checkpoint, right? So there were thirds to the fight. If you died in the third phase, you didn't have to do the whole thing from the beginning again. Wait, hold on. Am I crazy? Did you? Wait, hold on. Maybe I'm misremembering. Hold on. I did a video of it. Hold on a sec. Let's see. Hold on a sec. I survived 25 minutes in a cage while fighting a monkey. No. I'm sorry. I'm wrong. There was not a checkpoint. I survived 25 minutes in a cage being disrespected by a monkey. Okay, so it is longer than this fight. This fight was 25 minutes. It didn't do that to my hands. And again, it's not that it was insanely difficult. It took me like 4 tries, but it was insanely high stakes. If I failed it, a ton of consumables were gone, and a ton of time was gone. There were checkpoints. You didn't die in the 3rd phase. Okay, so I guess I was just too good. I guess I was too good. Okay, I didn't realize. That seems like an endurance fight. It was, dude. I was not expecting that to be 30 minutes long. I'm gonna get a cookie. Oh, my legs are shaking. Okay. So I stood up and I almost fell flat on my face. My legs buckled. I almost died. This dragon almost killed me IRL. That's so stupid. You forgot to play the sound. Hang on. Okay. I will say, do you guys remember the sequence where the dragon would go, I believe it was like right, left, left, a backhand, left again, both hands? The times that I perfectly parried that whole sequence felt really good. Like when I'd be like parry, I was just like, oh, I'm a gamer. It felt good. Plank says, serious talk. Don't know if this has happened in other circumstances outside pure adrenaline, boss fights, and pure anxiety. Seems like carpal tunnel is involved. Might want to have that checked out. I don't know. Again, never in my life has this happened in a video game. I think it was just, again, like that was the super high stakes of that fight. All right, let's talk to the NPC. What does she have to say? Hold on a second.
Don't try to scare us. We're ready for him.
Phantom, bravado won't be enough. To defeat the Master of Chaos, you'll need a tool from the Netherworld.
What tool?
Lord Charon has provided chains. However, to find them, you'll need to go to the place that echoes with despair.
Vidalon Underground Passage. Enter through the spectral portal at the crevice. So, earlier I made a theory. I had a hypothesis that Khazan died during the fight with the dragon. And then Ozma did some forbidden chaos stuff to bring him back. Because Ozma is Khazan's best bro. And that idea was kind of further reinforced by that little cutscene. What was it he was saying? He said something like, you know, we were running at the dragon, and then what happened? Which made me think like he lost his memory of that moment, which made me again wonder if, hold on a sec. So this is, where's the cutscene? Here we go. All right, hold on. I completely, dude, I was so freaking out over my hands and stuff, I completely missed whatever happened here. All right, as soon as I saw the loot pop up, I was just like, objective survive. All right, so we shot a laser. We, for some reason, decide to stop getting out of the way. And then Blade Spirit comes out and slashes the ground, which somehow helps block the laser. And I'm still just coming down from my adrenaline high. I like that his horns are broken even in this cutscene. Because a player that didn't know that you could hit the horns for an extra stun might have just focused on one side the whole time. But they updated the model in the cutscene with how you damaged him. Hang on, I'm just taking it all in. I didn't process any of this. I wonder if he, like, broke an opening into the castle and we're gonna use that to get inside. Alright, skip ahead, skip ahead. Alright, we do this together, Khazan, to make a better world. Always Khazan, my greatest friend. Ozma, together we defeated this thing. But what happened to that moment? What happened to us? So again, yeah, all right, so that was it. I was pretty close on the terminology. So again, I'm wondering if Khazan died in the finale and just doesn't have memory of it. Okay. I can't find anything else tonight, Jeff. I just want to look. So next up would be coming up here. Was that the last boss? No, it wasn't. Okay, so we just did, I think, Capital City Vittalon. Was it that one? Or Great Temple? No, that's new, that's new. We just did Capital City Vittalon. Now, the 3 side quests for Capital City are available. Or we could go to the next area, and there's a side quest there as well. Huh? Collect all the disc fragments to proceed with this mission. Oh gosh, I might actually Google where the last one is. Hold on a second, I'm just curious. I know I've seen some of those. Is that these? Yeah, so I've got 2, and judging by the shape, I'm only missing 1. So if we get to that point, I might actually Google to see if anyone, I'm sure someone has. I might actually Google to find where the final one is from. I think that question was more with the intent of what happened with the 2 of us, then best friends, now mortal enemies. Possibly. That's how the Zaitan fight should have been. 30 minutes of parrying. Okay, alright. Alright, so we've got multiple side quests. We're probably nearing the finale. You know what? Hold on a sec. I got an idea. Let's go to the Codex. There's 2 bosses and the 2 unidentified in the Codex. One of them is surely Ozma. The other is unknown. So there's 2 big bosses, and then there's going to be multiple side ones. You know what I really hope doesn't happen? You know how when I go to the side quest areas, there's always a final boss, the side quest area, and sometimes it's a reskin of a boss you've previously fought? I swear to God, there better not be a reskin Hismar. I don't want it. I don't want it. I do not want it. I don't want it. We'll fight Elamane a 3rd time. That's fine. No more Hismars, please. Malika? Dude, that's fine. I mastered Malika. There was a side boss we fought that was a reskin of Malika already, so I doubt we'll see another one. Except he had curved swords. Time to craft and buy more consumables. I still got a good number. So, I had almost never used these. These things eat 3 of your spirit pips. Keep in mind, I use like 2 spirit pips to do Heat Wave. I use 1 spirit pip to do Shadow Reversal. But there was never really a good time for either of those moves on that boss. I'll be honest, I never tried Shadow Reversal on him, but I don't find it a very dependable skill. Heat Wave is for like if there is a flurry of blows coming at me within 1 second. Most of the boss's attacks are at least 1 second apart. So I mainly once I had used up all my normal heals, I was using these or these, depending on if I had spirit or not. And like these things I pretty much don't use outside of like the really tough boss fights. God, I can't even talk. The really tough boss fights. That's pretty much the only time I use these. I use some of these just being cautious, like in moments where I couldn't hit him. He was in the chaos phase. I had nothing better to do. I was like, I'll drink a chaos resist again just to refresh it. So I used a handful of those and maybe a couple of these. I don't think I ever actually used any stamina recovery pills on that one. There was never a moment where I felt like, oh God, I need stamina. And at the same time, oh God, I don't have time to get my stamina back. Like that combination was never a thing. I guess we can put that back on for now. Don't need the chaos resistant for now. So I'm not sure. I don't even know if those other things I was using as heals can be crafted or not. There's one more consumable that helps with the willpower orb called Spirit Orbs. That rings a bell. Yeah, restore some of your spirit. Owned 2 out of 2. Yeah. I had seen them and I had forgotten about them. Yep. Just looking in the stash. I have not looked in this stash in a very long time. More vitality spheres. There's 23 spirit ores in there. A few more resists, some bombs. A ton of fire enhancers for whatever reason. And spirit ores. I got a lot of spirit ores. Oh, there's small spirit ore and big spirit ore. Alright. Okay, well, definitely ending it on a high note. I'm very glad that I didn't fail to kill that dragon and still have that looming in front of me. So we are going to save it here and continue with this masterpiece next time.